Yes, yes, yes. The world don't left now we are. Now we get for do something for try let salon go before. Fumble them, we don't come again. And this time around, now for let we talk as Sierra Leoneans. They are big. I know say some thinking day we can get on our nerves. But guess what? Like how they can say no more, your brother or your sister. Now you know the only person will go offend you because if we not be get salon in common, I don't feel say plenty of una for even no but myself. And probably myself not forbid no but una. Because boku boku Nigerians them, except the actors them, we very, very popular na their sabi, but boku Nigerians they are not sabi because we not get boku in them we go jam. So again, we don't come tonight. And before we set the stage, I want for like we own VOS Diva. Now this program we na the Salon issue show let it tell una do. So Auntie Kadi, tell Fambule adu please.
Every family member, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever on that day.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Auntie Kadi, for where you join we again. And by the way, Auntie Kadi now the co-host for this program. But because of some thinking day, tell we say it can able for talk a little bit more if you're on the other side instead of yours. So that's make a sort of the help tonight for champion the program. But again, me now just guest now this show. And for some of una way now fans of Matilda get some family commitment, and by God's grace, in the next few weeks, I go join the program and Miss go blow. And una way are they annoy, I sure so una go gladdy. So fumble them again. Me na Abdul Karim Kagbo. I de encourage una for let una share. And for una we're not able for watch we because of maybe data problem and stuff. Una cable tune in on the VOS radio online and una go you voice them. And by the way, for the people that we want call, we get specific numbers them where we go encourage you now for call, and then numbers then they scroll and we will post them in a little bit. So if una want for call and the phone lines they open right away because now this platform we always say VOS now we only own. VOS we establish for salon people them. For let we able get side where we they like where we they exchange ideas. And yes, we can complain a lot, but at the same time, we they always encourage people in our VOS for lack them profile solution. So now let we talk about the topic. The topic where we get for una tonight, we want for una all up motpa. We see today Parliament they re-elect Dr. Honorable Dr. Abass Bundu as Speaker of Sierra Leone Parliament, and this I go consider the sixth Parliament of Salon. And Boku people yes, including myself, because Dr. Abass Bundu be don't say he retire. So I be surprised where he come back and try for give a young contribution, additional contribution to the country. So the question what they ask now tonight is, waiting are you take? You gladdy, you not gladdy? If you gladdy, tell me why. If not gladdy, you tell me back why. So maybe other people are going to listen and Dr. Abass Bundu self possibly go listen and let himself see some of the reasons them why people then feel say not a good idea for let it be member, I mean the speaker of parliament. So now that make one for a reformuna. So before we go sit down for the program, better one me fumble them. The last program where we be do, we talk about the mathematical error or where ECSL become it the method where they use for calculate the threshold. So meaning that the standard where they set where if you not get the amount they you not go get parliamentary seat. So Boku people then call me, then kind of some man say thank you, some man bash me, some man even say Seth a better way not to Salona go school. So meaning, so meaning that education as salon a better pass Canada outside attend university according to that person day. But again, the thing where sort of please me is for let people them able see salon education compare them to Canada and probably the advanced country. I know say a questionable that comparison there, but for the fact say the person say better not to salon or go school, that be funny. Some other persons say, I think that same person they say you need for go school back. Yeah, you get it wrong. And another person, it make a very good contribution, and now they prompt me. They say, let I check the Public Elections Act 2022, the formula they did. So based on that formula, they say are wrong. So again, knowledge not just something where you go say you get monopoly over. Boku people in a salon were brilliant, where they're smarter past me. No question about that at all. Me not to the smartest person Sierra Leonean alive. No, absolutely not. For the fact say the person say that, it prompts me for go check the Elections Act. And by the way, let I remind Una, before we go to the topic, because I kind of ask Auntie Kadile, he give me some moment. So I go set the record straight because Yana VOS with credibility, it matter a lot. So for LEC, I put something out there where not correct, try for mislead people them, I go tell on VOS. So now that make we do further research and let us share first for remind una the formula where I be say now the correct formula. So now the formula this where I take Kailao as an example and say then get 10 districts, I mean 10 seats. So that district they the total vote, when you divide them by 10, you dey get the threshold when at 10. So again, you get the total number divided by 10, and then you get the threshold. So the threshold, a percentage of the total, now 10%. So the same thing for Bombali, Western Urban, I do all that. The same formula. So now make us show una waiting day na the Elections Act. And that person they absolutely correct where he say the formula day now the Elections Act. So let us show una and then this not to for like I try for show off or anything at all. Now for help salon. So some of una will get access to this Public Elections Act of 2022. If una go to page 133, una go see say the formula did. So let I read safu safu. So the formula, according to this page, said the formula for allocating seats under the district block representation system, where indeed now we try for do this time around. Or we don't do them before, but we go back to them. And again, the information minister talk a whole lot of advantages as to why we need to go back to the system. And I will come to that. So the basis now, number one, they said the basis of allocating seats to political parties under the district block representation system will be the total number of valid votes cast in each district, herein referred to as the total district votes. The total district votes will be obtained by adding up the valid votes from all the polling stations in the district. That's now the number one criteria. So the number two criteria for the formula, they say in this exam, this now explanation, then give example. In this explanatory note, the example used is that 6 political parties named A, B, C, D, E, and F competed for a total of 6 seats in a particular district, hereinafter referred to as district seats, and that the total district votes were, so then give the total, we're now 172,885. So the number 3, then put say, according to the number 3 now, yeah, as una dey see, they said the total number of valid votes cast for each political party separately, hereinafter referred to as the party votes, will be ascertained. Let us assume that the votes obtained by the 6 parties are as in the table below. So then give an example. So you see the example where then give the total for the district. So now at the come na the side, usai then show how you they calculate the threshold. So now they awalona pay particular attention how they calculate the threshold. So now number 4. So number 4 say in each district, the number of votes that a political party requires to be allocated 1 seat will be determined by dividing the total district votes by the district seats. Wanna underline that? The total votes, then divide them by the district seat. So the number of votes so determined will thereafter be referred to as the threshold or quota of votes. The threshold or quota of votes can be obtained in 2 ways. I be explained to you just one way, but yeah, then get 2 ways. They're absolutely correct. But you see, number 4, they say if it be the total vote for the district, valid votes, you divide them by the total number of seats for that district day. Forget the threshold. So now, number 5, they say the wisdom for do them 2 ways. So the first way where you they do them as a percentage of the total district votes. To get the percentage, divide 100, representing 100% of the district votes. If I'm below, take note of 100% of the district votes by the district seats. In this example, if we divide 100 by 6, the number of seats being competed for by the political parties, the result will be 16.66% as the threshold or quota of votes. Expressed as a percentage, the threshold of voter or quota of votes can easily be determined for each district. Remember, for each district. So every district gets your own quota, gets your own threshold before the election. As soon as the total number of seats for each district is known. So again, remember where I talk say the total percentage, enough for pass 100 at all. And at that, then I am. So the second method now I kind of show now. So the second method is as actual votes. In this case, divide the total district votes by the district seats. In this example, if we divide 172,885 votes, being the total district votes, by 6, being the number of district seats, the result will be 28,814 votes as the threshold or quota of votes. This can be done only after the elections. And I underline that. Only after the elections, before you go able to get the number where you need as a threshold. When the total district votes are known. So now the last part this now. It is to be noted, however, that in both instances, the result is the same. As 28,814 votes represents 16.66% of 172,885 votes. So me fumble them. Now this I be show una the last time. So from what I read, the method where I say now the correct method for calculate the threshold. On any difference there with the second method? And I be challenge una say, una take me threshold, una multiply by the number of seats, una forget 100%. Enough for be more than 100% at all. So now, again, I don't need for ask for apologies for me fumble them. We say, la go school back, me math wrong, la check the ECS, I mean the public order, I mean the Public Elections Act. Now the Public Elections Act we don't read so. So now the question where I want for put to another party picking them. Corner use a wrong methodology. We're not even they na the Public Elections Act. And I go challenge una check the Public Elections Act if una go see any number where na 11.9%. You know, did. So Auntie Kadi, now I come to you. Again, Mina say Leone, I need to do this for let people they apologize to me. I they do am for push we country go before. Something when me believe say go improve the country with my own little knowledge. I go try for influence that change day to the better. So the question now is, then the Elections Act, very clearly the method way for use, where you for suppose for divide the total number of votes, valid votes, by the total number of seats, forget the threshold, meaning that each district suppose forget its own threshold. But Corner use a method where if you multiply that threshold by the number of seats, it way more than 100%. Now make us say it disgraceful because that math they not add up. So for the fact say, use the method where indicate now the Elections Act, then they by itself now a violation of the act. What do you make of that? And party picking them una call and challenge me, okay? Or la no say party picking them because then they derogatory. I apologize for that. But me salon people them una call because this is very important. You know why our follow we handle this force? Because again ramification. After where I get you take, I go show Bo. If them be use the correct methodology, APC forget a seat na Bo. So again, I make it very important for use the correct methodology for like we democracy thrive. La bring you anti-Kadi. I know say yes, the math, but the way I read now the Elections Act, the Public Elections Act, it did declare the formula. With the formula, now the correct formula, then now the Public Elections Act. And at Dande Abise. So what do you make of the fact, say, ECSL, then disregard within then of the Public Elections Act and use a method where mathematically wrong and also it creates a situation whereby then deprive a party for gaining seat in a particular area. Rob Motstay, please.
Thank you, Mr. Calvin. Well, based on this mathematics way you show me so, if ECSL set can come and show me their own, then this is more concern for the people that even understand where the opposition party they come from. Because if they may supposed to get a seat, so they're not short one seat in a bowl where they come and get. You see, so that in itself, looks out, sound right. Sound right at all because the APC party they lost. And we only know about one seat. We don't know whether that will happen at other areas as well. You see, because this now because you focus, you deal with more than me. But the same thing for maybe gonna happen and then other side and then Bombardee, Cambia, Loco, Bonds, all the Kailau, all the other areas there, you see. So there's a big problem with the system. There is a big problem with this system if the history essay can agree with you, say, now so unless they can show you something else with different to what you they say, then a cause for concern.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, plenty people don't they give comment. I see one comment, and I go try for post on the screen where the person say what happen with salon education. I know say people are very sensitive and understandably so. I not say anything wrong with salon, and I even say if I'm glad if salon education the standard higher than the Canadian education, I for glad because Salona mi Conti. So please, me sister or brother, um, I don't feel say we all know. Let we not sugarcoat the salon education. They tell we attend secondary school, primary, secondary school, na university I can attend in Canada. So as I go school na salon, the time then where we go school with now the standard, they compare. Let we not sugarcoat that at all. So yes, now country, but let we not sugarcoat that. So again, this now something for just point out. So now in the interest of, because to me, before we go proper to the topic where we get, I can always like for show proof. Okay. So let we show una the bow, because again, we see now, so this now bow, and let her go down to the side where then puts the percentages. So bow now 12 seats. And you look at APC, then get again this APC now just the beneficiary of the analysis we I do. And all I feel say I do one specifically for give advantage to APC. No. So if you do the math, again, the first method is straightforward where the Elections Act show. Say 100, you divide 100%, you divide them by the number of seats, you forget the threshold. So in this case, if you divide 100, you divide them by 12, when are the number of seats now, bow, you forget 8.33%. So 8.33%, if then we take the proper threshold, where there now the Elections Act, APC forgets it because APC then threshold, then percentage of the vote where then gets now bow. I just use bow because where you kind of eyeball them, you they see them clearly. So now 9.79%, we're higher than 8.33%. So meaning that they pass the threshold of 8.33%, therefore don't get one seat. So yes, for like SLPP, because they get 87, so then we suppose for don't get 11 seat, not to all 12 seats, therefore don't take out. So that's now example as to the impact where the wrong permutation make, where then take 11.9%, where not all water and not mathematically sound. So I'll bring you back, Antikadi. You don't see bow. So again, like how you say, I not dive into other areas them. I know say we talk so go talk about Abass Bundu. After the bow thing, I go kind of make another correction, but that one day, it day na the act, but they use wrong approach. So again, because it did not the act, we go consider and say it passed parliament. And because it passed parliament, it be the law of the land. So I go give them a pass for where they use the wrong approach. Because again, with PR, when I go back, because some people then say, oh, why after the election they come and kind of make book? No, we would do a program now VOS where we show how, according to the research where we do, how you they calculate the PR system, the threshold, and also how you they allocate the seats them. So again, the wrong method where they use, it cause two independent two candidates them not forget seat. You see, this not the thing. Where did they rush for past things na parliament? Because if they be make people them weigh no small thing, they read them through and whatnot, maybe them program here then go back and make some amendment. But where they can do them like the same day, then make them for read them and we not able to see all safe. And then they rush for pass them so now more of the ala instead of the actual aspect of the content. So all that na consequence of waiting we they go so through so. So Auntie Kadi, just rub more quick and I go show people them with example na kono. Why I believe say the method where they use for allocate the seat is not to the right method according to the PR theory. So again, I know say yes, Abisia, I'm not gonna take too much time, but I just want if we able for there's plenty of them here, it they reduce the tension in our country. We want for like democracy be implemented the right way. We don't want the person within a power because it feels they in a power and try for manipulate the system and get edge. APC do am. No question about that. We all, most of we not say we all, most of we still they cry. The treatment where former Anescoma give to Sam Swana. Then they shake with democracy. It's just fortunate for the country where Sam Swana, not to somebody where I go say, given a response, not like palaver. Because some other person were very, very power thirsty and for the create issue that our country dey. If especially where ECOWAS don't come and say then a right, they're supposed for reinstate them and stuff. Then there be sufficient reason for let it create havoc in that country dey. But we're so glad that it just sit on suffer. But we might not be lucky for let we get somebody like Sam Swana if then treat them undemocratically. So now it make we need for arrest them now. The abnormalities them what they see, let we bring them up so then go stop. And me they appeal particularly to una the supporters them. Let we put the country first. Something went wrong, let we call them say it wrong. So Auntie Kadi, I pass them over to you, ma. You take.
Well, yeah, actually, you've said it all. I'm not getting much now for add to what you say because I agree with you in most of what you say. I agree with you. And as much as I can say one or two things, yes, correct the Samsumana saga in terms of membership for APC. But one thing I can say is yes, Samsumana not peaceful person because if you're not being peaceful, like what may happen to Ram. Some people that me sabi therefore be very, very badly past how we behave. But also I'm agree with you no more we see if not be people that we power testy. Yes, Samsumana is very power testy. I don't know how you cannot see that. Yes,
Well,
Samsumana
well,
is
well,
power testy,
yeah.
but
Well,
but
again, for me, I
supposed to
did
be
look
like
at the face
Palava,
value.
not
I
supposed
did
to
look
be
at
quiet.
I did yes, yeah. I did look at the face value, the reaction, because we know say somebody where me go consider power thirsty, as long as in maintaining power, it go even throw the country into chaos, just for like again power back. So now that's what I mean. Say if now somebody with power thirsty, if I don't go beyond just being quiet. Now that I mean, and again, I don't know him personally, but now that I mean, really.
No, well,
Okay.
Samsumana a peaceful person actually. Not a person way like flava. But the person we anyway, we are not here to talk about Samsumana personally, solo like Samsumana anyway. You get me? You see. All I can say, I agree with you say, not a person we let palava we go calm out and calm the way like you say chakra can show himself palava again or let they know. But you see, there's another side again of him. He doesn't come out and speak, you see. But I strongly believe that it gets influence over certain people that really talk on in behalf, you see. Wait for somebody to be peaceful, you see. It will strive for let that peaceful thing they day. You get me? For let that peace they day. You get me? So in effect, he's not that 100%, you see. But to say that, not a peaceful person, no, that's ideal. Mrs. will tell you say sounds man not a peaceful person. I think like too much lead with you want lead no more nine don't about things because it so want the power that you see because it so want the power. It do a lot of things where maybe some like may not go let power left. You understand? You see, it's like at all costs I should get it. But I think to say a peaceful person, as opposed to we they make palaver. That's idea. I'll give some of that. Yes.
All right, I go kind of paraphrase. Let me say Sam Suman and a peaceful man. Okay, so I go take back and say power thirsty. But let's say if not to be peaceful man, clearly if or because issue, if or because within Ogo call boss. So quickly, and also we don't go too deep into this demonstration, but let's just quickly go through another aspect where this now for the 2028 election. So la put them out there where the politicians them I expect say then go revisit the Public Elections Act and make this correction because sort of jive with the PR system at all. So let I just show now quickly. This will be a very quick one. The Public Elections Act, as una see am dey again. This not only right term. Now the Public Elections Act. So any political party whose share of the total district votes is less than the threshold or quota of votes fails to win a seat and therefore, now the point is, therefore drops out of any further calculations for purposes of the allocation of seats. The table below shows the status of the six parties in this regard. So this is not the problem. The PR system, now system where the tell them they sell them. Actually, somebody be respond in a be candidate now Western urban. But waiting happen in third after APC SLPP. It's saying I've been to money. It just happened almost say I not go because the comments are so plenty. I for we don't reserve them. It said because of them tell them saying I've been to money. The third man, the person who can't third, he will get seat after APC and SLPP. So he can't third. So again, I believe say a misunderstand them. But the fact of the matter is, Antikadi, now if you look at, for example, let I give the example of Kono. Let me just put Kono quickly. Again, I will go through this very quickly, Mifambulen, because I want to talk about today election of the speaker. So if you look at this, SLPP get 59.96% na Kono, APC get 25.88%, PMDC, when a Charles Magain party, get 8%, and I combine all the other folks them, where na 6.16%. Fambulem, waiting this mean? If, like how una see so, I break them down because every party na Kono, because Kono, the number of seats na total of 10. So every party, they give 10 candidates them. So then 10 candidates, then they on a total vote, they kind of cut them by candidates. The first candidate within on our list because a ranking, then get them in 10% because the correct threshold na yeah, if it be 10%. So whether don't shape SLPP, the numbers them, the candidates that will get 10%, they stop at the number 5 candidate. So the number 6 candidates not even get 10%, meaning not get the threshold. So APC, now 2 candidates they meet the threshold of 10%. The number 3 candidate, they only get where you put the remainder of the total number where APC gets, they get 5.88%. Charles Magai Party, PMDC, it get 8%. And all the other one them now 6.16%. So the current method, if they only take SLPP and APC, what they mean is now they give SLPP 7 seats, then give APC 3 seats. When I look at this, it means that the number 6 candidate and not get to the threshold. The number 7 candidate, nobody no vote for them. But yet the method, they give a seat. So you wanna see the disadvantage, the problem there. You give person seats where nobody no vote for. Because when you don't do the breakdown, the number 7 candidates no get a seat. So Charles Magai, it get a number 1 candidate, it get more votes them pass APC the number 3 candidate, but yet then give the number 3 candidate an APC seat. So now the problem this, and waiting it also they mean, it means say over 14% of the votes them, you don't throw away, you don't destroy. So meaning that then people them will vote for Charles Magai and all the other party them, they don't get voice. And in PR system, they forget voice. Yeah. And this, they forget voice. Now, so the PR say, minority go still get voice by the PR system. But the system where they take, them don't cut the minority off. And then they wrong. So here is the correct method for PR. So the remainder of the votes them, the one that we not even can close, you they divide them votes them by, in this example, the 3 candidates them we very close to that 10%. So you they get the 2% and 2.05%. So let us go to the other screen and let us show una clearly. So this other screen, una see how it's supposed to be the proper method. So now the other candidates that you don't share the numbers them, you don't give some the same amount, the 2%, 2.05%. You don't add them to that number 6 candidate of SLPP. You don't add that number there to the number 3 candidate of APC, and you don't add them to the number 1 candidate of Charles Magai, when a PMDC. So when you add them together, what does that mean? Automatically, the 6 candidates for SLPP, it don't pass 10%, because in total now, don't be 12.01%. And you go APC, it still not reach the 10%. The add where you add in vote, the vote per where you pull from the other people them, it come to 7.93%. But Charles Magai now, where you add the minority vote where you share among them equally, it don't get 10.05%. So meaning automatically Charles Magai it qualify for 1 seat. So you see the other people there now, you don't count them votes, and I make them get 0 now. So then vote matter, because it matter in a way that it don't able to give Charles Magai 1 seat, in a way that it don't able to give the 6 candidate of SLPP 1 seat. It don't matter in a way that now it will give the 3rd candidate now APC 1 seat. So the total now, the final tally now this one. So the final tally, if for BC, SLPP gets 6 seats, APC get 3 seats, because that small way there on top of SLPP seats is not enough for equal to the APC person. So now make you the transfer that extra there to APC, and the extra was small on top of Charles Magai in 10%, you they give APC. So APC now don't qualify. So as a matter of fact, if we use the proper method, now Connor as an example, SLPP for get 6 seats, APC get 3 seats, Charles Magai get 1 seat. So that's not the correct methodology of PR system. But the current system, waiting it happen now, they don't sort of throw away 14.16% of people and vote. So meaning them people and they do not matter at all for the decision making and it wrong. Now make we go PR. They say the first past the post and all they serve the country because it deprive minority them. But this way then do so, even deprive Charles Magai. And if una go na Tonkolili, similarly, one independent person for take one seat from APC. APC not be supposed to get 9 seats. They're supposed to get 8 seats. That independent person they forget 1 seat and SLPP get 1 seat. So then they save now another effect. So now they go tap with this. And before we come to the topic proper, Antikadi, this na my own way I feel sad they give back to the country. And I go encourage everybody for do the same. Give back to your country. And no say na the Elections Act then gets that wrong methodology. But this now for 2028 now. If one still maintain the PR system, then go look into this. Waiting how you take, Ma.
All I can say is thank you for your time. You don't can educate me on things they will not for me know. I hope say the public will able to see them in the way we me see them. So I just want to say thanks. Okay.
Absolutely. So now let we go to the topic proper. And again, me fumble them, the lines they're open. I go encourage you now for call. Let we go now to the topic proper. Today we see Abass Bundu. They elect him, Dr. Abass Bundu. They elect him as a speaker of Salon Parliament, 6th Parliament. So what do you make of the entire process? Because I get my own take on it. We are very excited because I see they use democratic principle. But I go tap on it. Let I ask for your take, please.
I think to say maybe share your own take with me for
Well,
because then
clearly, what I go do, let us show the video that side it. We make us say are excited for see democracy in play. So let us play this video and then we will
that's
come
right.
back, fumble them, and talk to the video we go just watch. We go come right back, fumble them.
You to talk. Thank you.
Mr. Clark, I stand on SO 34.
Honorable member, please.
SO 34, sir, allow me. Mr. Clark, this is the House of Procedure. I made reference to your utterances over 1921. And that is what he said. The public is fully looking at us. We are under the full view of camera. We ask you to educate us. We did not ask you to interpret the Constitution. We ask for education.
Thank you very much.
Interpretation. I rest my case, sir.
The Honorable, thank you very much. Honorable members, these are very legitimate concerns. And it's true that I will be doing disservice if I fail to give you some explanation. Because as honorable members, if you are requesting explanation, it will apply to the same if the citizens of Sierra Leone are requesting explanation. I will not bore you with details of constitutional or SO provisions, but what I will do is this, and it's simple. 83 of the Constitution is clear. For you to become a full-blown member of Parliament, there are 3 stages. 1, you put yourself up for elections and you are elected. 2, the National Returning Officer declares you duly elected. And then 3, you subscribe the oath of office. That is what makes you a honorable gentleman or a honorable lady. However, by the standing orders It is clear that there is only one parliamentary process and procedure that a member elect can take part in, even where he or she has not subscribed the oath, and that is the elections of the Speaker. Therefore, assuming from that particular provision of the standing orders, which states that you can take part in the elections of the Speaker even before subscribing the oath, the 2/3 of Parliament is calculated based on those members of Parliament that were declared duly elected by the National Returning Officer. So to allay your fears, honorable gentlemen, this election is going to be conducted based on 149 MPs duly declared elected. That is my ruling.
All right, Auntie Kadi, they are jumping.
Yes. Based on we see, the guy is called Parantarawali. No, so?
Yes.
The Parantarawali that day. Well,
Yes.
there's not clear evidence for say them get it wrong when Abass Bundu was first appointed as Speaker. Clear
Well,
evidence.
now the reason make I play that part there
Yes.
for educate with people them and
Yes.
go ahead, please.
When Paran say, then they count you for votes for the Speaker even before you take oath. From the time where they not elect you. You see? Not so even if you not take oath yet, then once they don't elect you, that you can take. So then, why they not being allowed the 16 APC people then for votes with them in Abass Bundu in 2018? Because they exclude about 16, was it 16 people? A number of people, them anyway, I don't remember how many. They exclude them. So which means Paran not be used the provision well. It used in a way, it filled with the provisions for get what they want. You get me? Because it wasn't done properly, it wasn't done correctly at all. So now it done correctly, but in 2018, it not done correctly at all. It not done correctly. The only problem where they can see, the only sad thing is when APC they walk out. You see, because I'm not saying they walk out, they boycott. These people love boycotting. I don't know waiting they can see about boycotting. You see, but Paran not been doing well at all because if them people then they not elect them, you get me? Why they not be allow them for vote? Why they not be allow them for vote? You see, so then again you can understand why people they boycott. You see, you can understand why they boycott because for able get the people them for vote in protest of the people them where they say not for vote. But forgetting that in parliament when you're not there, then we just do business. And they needed the speaker to do business as usual. Because without the speaker, they're not able to do any business. You get me? You see? So it's a shame. It's a shame that incessant talk come na call we attention to that now with some of we not be even aware say that's what the provision they. But we can explain that to we now. Then perhaps sorry, Parantarawali, I'm sorry, you got it wrong. He definitely got it wrong. He pushed Abass Bundu. He gave Abass Bundu position at a time where he not be deserved. You see, well maybe he been deserve him, but they not be appoint him correctly. You see, then deprive other people then for make them exercise their vote. You see, then they put something. I think they knew. So looking at the whole thing, like Parade said something like this now, which means it's something that's well and planned, well orchestrated. you see, for letting go able get Abass Mudu for be the Speaker of the House. This is really sad, you see. It's sad, and some mistakes that we did not make them, you can't correct them again. Because he did it for 5 years, you see. Who knows? Abass Mudu could have ended up getting the speaker, you see. But why then deprive other people then? They're all from come back. Let's say some of them people themselves from come back and vote for him. You get me? But the mere fact say they're not getting the chance, they're not getting the opportunity. For them, which makes me the wonder now say they be aware of waiting they happen at court. Anyway, I'm not going to the court side. You get me? Because we now can begin to get doubts about the judiciary. But this is sad. Me understanding from waiting parents talk so now. You get me? That's now they do and correctly, but in 2018 they not be doing correctly. So the opposition they were right. Where they challenge, they were right. You see, they robbed them off in broad daylight. Then robbed the opposition off for waiting could have been there. So then therefore they get the speaker thing. Because we consider saying that then be they then na the opposition. Then na be the majority. They begin more people in parliament. So they could have got that figure for the speaker. So the speaker for be come up from the APC. And whilst they mean if they're not being cost save, therefore be able rally some paramount chief and other people. It's possible to say that because they come out the paramount chief, they look say when a one get party no more they love vote. The other they don't come out. You see, it's wrong. Therefore, left them and it's really wrong. You see, then all that they make with the question, then with all these calculations that now we you don't can't tell me and everything. You see, the whole country look mixed up now. You get me? It's really mixed up.
And great point, Auntie Kadi. Now that make deliberately I play that side. You remember I be saying initially I'm so excited. I excited in the sense that democracy they in display. By the way, the further into that particular video or program we didn't do this after this morning, is say and then do a right. Then do 3 times, then go 3 rounds, and they look for 2/3 majority. They're not able to get them. And indeed, people then where be they follow VOS doing internet day. I be do a program where I show the constitution. I challenge that way with then teach SAPC and say, according to the constitution, you they able for vote for the speaker even before you take the oath. It be they very clear. Oh, people then bash me and this and that. And the other troubling part of 2018, because SLPP be want forget the speakership and they make a plan. They say the simple majority, because they'll not be able to get 2/3. So 3 times they go for 2/3 majority. If you're not able to go for 2/3 majority, the 4th time you can win by simple majority, win a 50% plus 1 at that. And Paran make it very clear exactly that. So he explained the constitution in a correct way as it is supposed to be. But what happened 2018, instead of them take the proportion given the total number of parliamentary seats, they say now Uda present. Now that number they use. Because they know very well say they not even get the simple majority at that time. Let remind Una of the numbers them, fumble them. 2018. So 2018, now this way, people elect the parliamentarians them. APC beget 68 seats. SLPP beget 49 seats. C4C get 8. NGC get 4. Independent 3. So when you total them now 132 seats. plus the paramount chiefs them come to 146. So they don't add 3 seats this time around. So that 146 day is very clear. Even APC self now be get 50% of that 146 seats there. Because forget that 50%, if it be 73 seats plus 1, and then you win the speakership. So you forget at least 74 seats. So APC be get 68. So meaning that APC for be get for strike a deal with either C4C, because NGC is not enough. If they not get C4C, they need for get NGC on board or the independents they on board. If the chief do not support them. So this to mean that these Sierra Leoneans they be vote. Then be vote for like we able get the president for BSLPP, the parliament, the head, like more seats them to APC, where they not get outright majority, but then get close to that, where it will be easier for them for strike a deal. So Antikadi, that's not the problem of that country there. So now, with all gladness, this is not the number where SLPP gets now. So right now, they get 81 seats them in parliament. APC get 54, and the chiefs then get 14. So the total come to 149. So SLPP then get 60% of the total seats. So meaning that if even the chiefs do not support them, then go still able get that simple majority for choose the speaker. So because they know say the numbers they in their favor, then choose for doing the proper way, the democratic way. You see the concern where I get? I glad the one end where they use the democratic principle, the constitution, go according to the constitution, even where they no say. Then 3 elections them, not go give them the outcome, but for policy's sake, they still show people them. They exhibit them, then go first round, or he announce, say no, the speaker not get 2/3 majority, go second round, the same, third round, the same. And now go by the constitution, say the 4th round for be simple majority, when are 50% plus 1, and then get them. So the speaker, they elect them. And outrightly, I go say, if all the numbers them, we not get any issue and whatnot, we agree on the number of seats them where all the parties then get, Abass Bundu constitutionally it fulfill all the requirement for be speaker of the house, because the people then we elect them then get more than 50% where then they require for let it be speaker 50 plus 1. So Auntie Kadi, I know so you don't kind of talk about that. We all know say that speakership where they force na in na the I go say na in na the beginning of what they sit now. For let the country divided, let the political tension continue. Because and again, if APC began that speakership, plenty thing the way President Bio do, like for sack the attorney, I mean the Auditor General, and for spend without any proper accountability, and because Parliament's not them responsible for give the president money that put them so broadly. So if APCB gets that speakership and then still gets the leadership in terms of the numbers, I believe say probably, highly likely, Salon for be better, for improve than waiting it be so. Because now accountability lacking, of course transparency no question. So what do you make of the fact? So how we go able reconcile now? Because some people then they say, boy, election not done, let we move on. But if we they see now, like how then go say, God come up behind them. It don't educate people then because like maybe no,
Yes,
but it don't educate
because
people
this
then now. Yes, exactly. It don't clearly educate people then now say the method where they be used in 2018. Remember the constitution are the same constitution. They're not change them. So the method where they be used in 2018. So clearly that method they be undemocratic. Now
it's
that's it
all,
don't tell.
yeah.
So the question now to you, Auntie Kadi, how the country will go forward from this? Because if other presidents come, a bulldoze, and I don't show the Elections Act, then bulldoze them for gain additional seats then. And now we kind of, even though now the past now, but going back to the past, we know say now them bulldoze the Speaker of the House, we give it all them boku they care and make the country they decide where they so. What thing you take as to the way forward from this issue, given this
Yeah,
revelation?
well, the way forward is tough. You see, because the way that they choose we politicians in Salon, the way they choose with politicians then based on competence, you see. If that's the way they do, then it's easy for them to say the way forward. But one thing was Sierra Leone, you get for life wonderful. Yes. If you're not prepared to tell life, just forget about politics. You get for sabi lie. That's one. Then you get for sabi mislead the people then. That's two. Three, you get for no say when you dey inside the well of parliament. Now now you care about yourself. You go for go make money for yourself. You're not there for the people. Then you will survive. But all the thing they yasso, and then money talks a lot. Nasalo. And that money where they talk, na ain't the ambogui. Okay, we pick Abass Bundu wrongly. You see, but I'm telling you, with all of them we pick Abass Bundu wrongly. If we politicians then been do things properly in our parliament, they still not me forget them too easy. You see? Abass Bundu in your sign now, okay, Paranon can't say we now we don't know. You get me. But that's no more. We MPs themselves not do the right thing at parliament. If they do the right thing at parliament, then stand up to task. Then challenge them people, then they not go there for with the intention that Mr. Fan I want for contest in 2028. You understand it? Because they're already on one contest 2028. You see, everybody they undermine and say people they agree with, and the annoying thing is they go there, they agree with with the with the with the other side, and then they come and deceive their members with put in a parliament. You see, so we get a lot. It's not going to be easy for them to change this thing here. So it's not go easy. Maybe always talk and say for let we able change Salone. The first man, therefore, be squeaky clean. You see, that is the president. I know they say, Mother, be not squeaky clean. No. I know they say, an Escomano be squeaky clean. No. But all that they say is, any president, you forget integrity, you concerned about your credibility, you see, and then you know, say, I am there to do a job. I am not there for myself. I am there for give service to the country. If them things that they're lacking, Mr. Kabu, it's not gonna be easy. It's not gonna be easy. Look like we are here now. Now money they control Salone. You they see some people they say now the true self now they're able to talk and because of the money. You see? Now the problem this not Salone. They get for begin look for people that we not go there, we know they go spend money. When money don't mean nothing to them. Some people that they money, no, they buy them. You see, if we get a lot of them people in there, it will work. But then again, sometimes now we don't begin get plenty female in the parliament because say woman and say we get we on particular move, but when the company then thief or then kind thing they so woman they can always stand up. Yes. I'm not saying they not get them both so you see, but the more women we get, I think anyway at the start, now also not we able because now we don't begin get plenty women there now. And so something and the woman no they take nonsense. They don't take nonsense, then go support you to yourself so a while, but then when they begin see and say, no, this is not right. See now woman they always they stand up. Now woman and they even stand up for the man and say, when the man they not want to say, oh no, that then the female push you get me. It is so now we don't begin get women. So in a way we give this particular government na matter be kudos now in that sense that it don't get plenty women there now. You see, I just hope say the women that we did there now, they not go there and go do things on the basis of region or tribes. They just go there and do and say, we are here, we are representing women and we want more women to come on board. You see. So that way and we ready for support all the women and they will not care who say you come out, whether you come out in the southeast, whether you come out in Timbuktu or whether you come out there. If we not go there for represent, we ready for support una. And if we not want challenge any government any day, would they support una so long as not for the right thing, would they support una woman there. Now una no more get for change that government say for we now. And not to the government, and I get for change the alone for we. Una we don't go parliament so do ya. Now they no more. We start the one and they're not go able because the man is not thief, they're not thief. No, but
And Auntie Kadi, I mean, we don't talk say no discrimination at VOS.
no, we're not discriminating here. No, we're not discriminating. What? We're not discriminating. What? We're not discriminating. But don't know we get woman herself we take we thief or something. We get woman them, you see. But na man them more than salon, na man them because they get for thief for support their girlfriend them. They get for thief for supporting the girlfriend and mama and party them and brother them and everything. You understand it? So almost like this money when they get. You see? Then
So
the
the
wife
so the
they so then the wife
woman
they so now demanding.
the woman say no can be sugar mommy.
So the woman they take set they're not so much, not so like demanding. Yeah, not so like demanding. And man seems to say therefore keep girlfriend here and there and there. So that will help them for let them gain popularity so that when election come, they get girlfriend all side. So the girlfriend now and then they help them now forget people who can vote for them. You see, I'm sorry to the mail them within as a Leone. I'm not come for be rude to owner. But now the fact, the man and the thief Bokunas alone. You see, no not hide down one day. You get me? No not hide down. You see, until una left for where and keep boku woman and sit una focus on our welfare, una family. That country they will go before. But if una not begin focus on una wife them and una picking them, una want for girlfriend and girlfriend, mama girlfriend, auntie girlfriend, uncle, and all that. How? Who say they get this money? Mr. Cargo not to just speak a normal. The man then get big fault. I don't know why God make them. Then get fault. When I get fault, you know the man name is Sakabu. When I get fault,
well, me feel say the way how situation they now because you get Bokuma then we want like fancy car like luxury. To me, I don't feel say it gets much for do with the sex. I know say that I see her like a myth. I see her like a myth because an example go be Liberia then get the first woman president, but guess what? In self in regime be get boku corruption scandal way at one point. Yeah. So again, I remember on the first na the continent, the first female president now the whole of Africa, where boku woman them for say okay, well, it go definitely make them proud and stuff. But boku report of corruption be they go on during the regime. So it get little or nothing for do with the sex
Sakabu
though.
believe you mean that the man and go confuse that woman. That the man and go confuse that woman. I dey tell you. Any society they demand and they inside. Una not cost me, you demanded. But now the man and go confuse that woman. If you look what type of put if they now the man and they under push them away for them and push them woman them and all thing. Not them. When I left, when I not cost me a big we are them man then. You see what? You see? Now the man and they cause all that. If you look down man in corruption, or believe you me, 80% or 90% of that salif corruption. Na Monday. Na Monday, the woman they not go boku. Na small, they not go plenty.
Technically, plenty of the corruption be kind of hover around in boy picking them. So it's the boy picking them a man.
Na Monday. They demand them blood. It them veins there. Na Monday. Na Monday always the link to them corruption. And also woman not they corrupt too. Now not get me wrong, but believe you me, for every 2,000 man corrupt man, you dey get one corrupt woman. That's time you figure that way. For 2 or 3,000 corrupt man, you get one corrupt woman.
And if fumble them, the phone lines they're open. And again, if you're not in North America, na US, Canada, Mexico, you can able call a toll free number, and the toll free na 1-866-944-7722, 1-866-944-7722. And if you call from UK, you can call +4420 8089-1455, +4420 8089-1455. If they call from Australia, you can call +61 2909-84337, +61 2909-84. We get a call already, so let me take this call. VS Network. Hello, caller. Waiting at your name and who say they call from, please. I know say you go on for help. If you know man, something you go on support Antikadi. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, me now one concern I get. Now thank you for giving the platform and your concern. Now one question I get: why when you come for elect the speaker and the deputy speaker, then do ballots when are secret ballots, but when you come to legislature, when they go to bill or any other thing, when they get na the parliament, apart from elect the speaker, deputy speaker, then we really ask people and say those who in favor and say aye, those who they against nay. So what is the reason why that they happen? It's like this 1991 constitution is confusing. Because if you make secret for elect a speaker and deputy speaker, then when you come bill where they come now parliament, where you say if no more than continue to do a secret, but could bill they pass on that parliament day. So I want to ask this question, the one that when a legal minded will know about that constitution, then say what's not the reason why that's what happened. Because most of the bad laws they already pass in that country, they now some MP not get mind go against their party because now open votes. But today, what I see today, because I'm the first time this week for see how they elect a speaker because 2018 I'm not been get a chance today for watching. But today, what I see today, I ask myself, I say why the secrets? But when you come by the main thing they will concern with the country, they make it open. And
that's
the thing where I get back about this Abass Bundu. Abass Bundu don't they now politics since the 80s up to this time. This man, what's not the good thing we don't do for the country? Up to this time we don't want to retire. And what's not the agenda we then get, we then see. And I want to ask question again. The constitution say they for vote for speaker for a specific period of time, either 5 years, right? So why when they interview yesterday, they do the induction, the ECOWAS Speaker of Parliament, when our Honorable Sidi Mohamed say, they don't see that as a party because he want the speakership, but they see that as a party say, when then Abass will let he take over for 2 years, then after 2 years, he will take over. Did the constitution allow that to happen? Now that question I guess now. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, the last question I will get able for answer the first question, a very important question. The caller, thank you so much. About Antikadi, based on you understanding, yes, we're not deny for interpret the constitution, but we go say the court of public opinion. so based on the public opinion and the small knowledge where we get, because to some extent Constitution, they write them per English. The only people them, even the lawyers them, before I make Anti-Kadi jump in, I just want to throw this very clearly. Even the lawyers them, then self now opinion that they offer, legal opinion. But then self not get the constitutional mandate for interpret the constitution. So the difference between me and a lawyer where go give in your sort of personal opinion, in your legal opinion, now because in gets a study. Some of the word in the day and stuff maybe go able to interpret them better than me. But at the end of the day, even with a lawyer interpretation, it's still not supposed to be sufficient because the only people them wait for interpret with constitution now the Supreme Court. So I just want to make people know that. So if we they give an opinion, maybe not gonna be as good as a lawyer, but I want to let you know, say we self get right for give an opinion. That lawyer self no opinion in the give. I want to let people know that. Over to you, Auntie Kadi. The caller ask pertinent questions then. Because then there can be again another strategy where people do not go vote against
Yes.
a bill. So then bring them and then say all the one that were in favor, say, I don't know why they say I, but I think the pronunciation are A. So say A or nay. Okay, so then do them. It can be a strategy. So come in cyber and help, and I will probably take a stab at the second one, where it talk about but you take a stab at the first one. Why you feel say important bills them, then they still do secret ballot instead, they make open ballot, where I just
Okay.
voice.
This is one thing we concern me a lot from time at the top that word is if I'm not like and say if I hear that word it's like me hair me strands of me hair all king I'm not like that word because that word they you see na strategy that they use because what you do the way parliament saw the you remember where they me put one where they me do one study where they say we parliament are the most corrupt. You remember? We parliament are the most corrupt, and those people, you see, they,
One of the
yeah,
corrupt
one of the
institution.
corrupt
Yeah.
institutions that you get here. So they were right. Because the reason why then they say that, because money go don't talk under. Money go don't talk under, or then go don't get some kind of agreement or arrangement. So if we don't, well, not that I very certain of which they say no because I know they be, but I just try for look, waiting at the cause of things because as we said we don't they talk, say waiting make important bills say they go high because waiting do the one they way then we don't make special arrangement. You understand? And sometimes you don't arrange to go do something for this person for this MP or money, they go give this person some money, or they go give this MP some motoka, or they go give this MP more money for a constituency, they go get some advantages which some other people don't get. So if they don't get that arrangement is secret. Nobody don't know. So now that make now if they go vote by ballot, I don't come and take money, I don't get all the advantage and they I go, I write, I vote the other way. You get me? So now that makes them they say everybody for can put in hand up. So when you put your hand up, then they look. If Kadijoti go they don't get money or they don't get one motoka, or they don't promise one in family for something. So then they expect so then go know if I be put me hand up or not. And me no wait I don't think so I just get for put me hand up. You get me? Or I not vote at all. You see, some people no vote at all. Then just left on that with it. But the truth is some people then are afraid because of the reprisal. Yes, where they go get, you see. So now they make some afraid or not they vote safe. You get me? Because if you go na the ballot, nobody know they with you. You see, sometimes the very ballot says sometimes APC, sometimes SLPP person go there, they say we no go vote for Mother Bill. You understand? SLPP person go there, we no go vote for APC. or we not go vote for something else where the SLPP wants, but until that person they own conviction not fall in line with that thing, they go vote against them. But if they do and this way, I go for it because all the SLPP people they are now going to look at you now. You see, they go look at you. So that way there now, it's a strategy for letting them get within they want. But I feel to say that is bad because most of the parliaments the way media they see when they do important bills, na secret ballot. You dey go in and go ballot, you come all man put and count them. You see? You see, so you get some day when they talk say they give them free time when they say they know they vote according to waiting the whip want them for vote like we na so. They can give people and say you free for vote. You not get for go according to how the whip wants you for vote. You party wants you for vote. Because you get something that where they look saying a very important issue then. They give all MPs then the free will for let them vote to their conscience. You see, so you know they vote according to within you party wants you. But now we can't see no more as either I, A, nay, we, I, or whatever they call it, you see. And that's strategy for letting them get within they want, for letting them suppress some other people then where they know they go vote against them. That's not just strategy. And not to APCO, not to SLPPO. That's what they all time. Mr. Kabo, so you were right when you talked the last time, say the APCO, the SLPPO, the other one. Because that's what they all they do. Sometimes when the woman they don't can now, they go change them for we.
Well, clearly though, with all fairness though, even in the USF, sometimes can they we then can talk about that A and A. Yes, they can do them. The reason being is like how correctly you say certain bills then they where they no say a very sensitive that they make a secret ballot. And most times, what they can do is they can get where they talk because they know they rebel them. Like the one they will rebel against the party where they vote may be different from the party in position. They know them. So what they can do, they can psych them. Like say, okay, I know say, yes, you're not happy for this thing and all that, but we go strike a deal with you. So they can not go force and cajole them. They're not saying a secret ballot, but they cannot because it happened in the US not too long ago. During the speakership, even the Republicans, them party members, them some delay the speaker in election. So you know we get the number, then do it for days before finally then work deal with them. Say, okay, you know what? We know say yes, this, but vote we and so they strike a deal. Until now that they continue. So, but again, I just want to make them like build them where they know say it get both party support where they go say bipartisan support. In the interest of time, they can just make them by voice. Say all the one that way they in favor, let them say A, and the one that way they in against, let them say nay. You know that kind of thing. So to me, 100% I agree with that caller where he talk about say why we not do more of the secret ballot. Rather, we they do more of that open one when a voice. And sometimes can they I remember one or two occasions people don't complain, say the voice them almost be equal, but yet the speaker give them say the year has it, you know, or the eye has it, as then can make an salon. So that's not something where it can be a best practice. So the second question where he ask if the constitution allow because na 98 the other folks Tunis we don't say Abass Bundu go just did it for 2 years. If Nadande the party don't agree upon Abass Bundu na in right for retire anytime. So yes, the speakership can be vacant for several reasons them, and the constitution show how they can fill the vacant seat. So the short answer to your question is yes, they can vote them because at one time per term they vote them, except if within that term they are vacant. But the only other way where they can pull them, then can pass a vote of no confidence where the parliament can decide, say, no, this guy, and they do well, and they rule to what we want and stuff, then we for impeach him. So then in our impeachment, pass a vote of no confidence. So similar way they can do for the president, they can do for the judges as well. So I hope that they answer your question, but the answer to the question is yes. Abass Bundu can just do them for 2 years and decide for retire. And if he retire according to the arrangement, then go elect again for go through the similar process we then do today. Then get for go through that process there for elect the new speaker. The deputy speaker, in order to take up the mantle automatically for a permanent term. No. Now elect then get for elect the new speaker. So Ingo did it temporarily till they elect the new speaker because the speaker get for be elected. So I hope that they answer your question. And Auntie Kadi, let we read some comments then. People that don't give comments while they wait for the call. So today we'll be so they talk boku. Or they look forward to le una give una thoughts them. So let we sort of read some comments them. And I tell us say you are not annoying me at all. You have a right to your opinion, but not to your set of facts. Absolutely. Fact na fact. Nobody get right to the fact because the fact is fact. Now the thing that's when they change. Thank you for that. So Cosmos Joseph say, what is wrong with Salon education? Sierra Leone education is better than most countries around the world. Again, I don't get anything for saying. Thank you for that. And Ja Goz, sorry if I mispronounce your last name. You say, you got to be kidding. Can you name those countries, please? You did lie. Okay. Slogan, thank you so much for your comment. You say, thanks very much, sir. Thank you too for where you watch me. And Alaji K. Kamara say, to be honest to the public, the election is not free and fair, but we are watching to ECOWAS, the international bodies, etc. Thank you all. So, la pause day force, and la come to you. At this point, what do you feel say ECOWAS or the international body go do, Madam Kadi? Because it look like say APC they count on them so much.
Yeah, ECOWAS not able to do nothing. ECOWAS not able to do anything at all. They just wear this president. It don't go inside it. It don't start in work. They're not able. ECOWAS not able to do nothing. Waiting if ECOWAS be one for do something. If we don't get APC, let them go appeal, let them go lodge the case in court, let them file in court. Therefore, we don't go there. You see? But that 7 days don't pass.
Yeah, just for the interruption. With all fairness, though, we don't know waiting at a discussion with ECOWAS, though, and the international body. We don't know if behind the scene did they talk. So we don't know really. But clearly, yeah, go ahead. I just want for me people to know that.
If they talk behind the scene, as you say, we are not privy to what is being discussed at all. We're not privy to that. But would they now say we don't live in a propaganda on a fact? But would they now say big country names and now they congratulate Mother Bio? I don't know whether you're aware of that. And you aware of any big country name we don't congratulate them? Because
nice way you bring this though. For congratulate Mother Bio not necessarily means say the issue don't go away. So I they see where the president in Secti they tweet, oh, this country don't congratulate Bill, this country. No, then can congratulate them. But this is very simple, Madam Kadi. For ECSL, you don't do the election, we tell you thank you. Just show me the numbers. If their numbers then they like how you they claim, now the right numbers them. Waiting at the big deal. So the international body not say then discredit Mother Bill. They not say that at all. They not say President Bill illegitimate. They not say that. Then just say the counting process not transparent.
But that's not what I'm saying. That's not what
No,
I'm
no,
saying.
I just they make the point. The point where they make Naya is they not discredit Mother Bill. Then just say because the thing not transparent, they're not able to get access to outside they count the numbers them. And
Yes,
they're
but
not
my
give
point,
access to the opposition for let us say get access to count outside they count the tally the numbers them. So as a result, let them publish the alpha numbers them other side because nine are disaggregated data. So now that's
okay,
that what
make
they
I go
ask.
back.
Go
The
ahead.
point we at the make here is this. No, the point we at the make is this.
Mhm.
I ask you, say, you know of any big country names like America, United Nations, France, UK, we don't congratulate mother for we win? Because this is what we are reading. No, just answer that question,
No,
more
no,
without
no, no,
expanding.
no, I'm not aware. But if you say big country, Russia don't send congratulations. China, we are the second largest country in terms of GDP, in terms of money. They don't congratulate them. So you go say na big countries them.
But I
But
understand, say, America,
notwithstanding,
I understand, say,
Mhm. Go ahead.
I understand, say, America, then tweet. Then tweet, then tweet
No,
the man with rhyme or something, then tweet on behalf of the UK or on behalf of the US government, they congratulate mother. So I
no,
don't know if that's
not
not
aware.
true or not.
No, I'm not aware of that. I don't see that tweet
So that's
date.
going around,
No,
you
I'm not
understand?
aware of that. Yeah,
Because
I'm not
if
aware
we
of
they say, because if countries they don't congratulate them, that they not accept them say in a president. You say to me, those countries don't congratulate them. I don't see them coming back to say, oh, let me change them. Look, Mr. Kabolo, look at this thing. It happens, America. You remember, say Donald Trump and the Democrats during the election. That's when we get who's castle. You remember? Then we get
Yes.
challenges and everything. You get me, and all that. Then we go now. I don't know. You go know. Oh well, you know the American. I can't write it, but you didn't hear America more, so you
So
go understand.
I know a lot. I know a lot about American politics.
That's
Yes,
what I'm saying. You will know
follow
more past me.
politics very
You will know
closely.
past me. You see, they get this similar. They get problems. You understand? But they not ever change the election. The election still stand. Biden they continue. They're not change nothing. So why would they want to come and change our own country? Why would they want to?
Oh,
Uh, uh, uh,
okay,
uh,
let us jump in there quick. Donald Trump he object to the numbers. Certain areas them America then law. If you ask for a recount, yes, then go do them, but you they pay for them. So then get that law there. So did they do a recount? You pay for them. Salon now and not clear would I go pay if they want a recount. And Trump then publish the numbers. America did it. In fact, most times before even SEF then certify the numbers Congress when at the own lower parliament, then can don't get the result from the media. How then they get the numbers and they now because they will get access. So then can don't crunch the number and most times now they can declare the president before formally because not just formality no more now Congress go do and say okay certify the numbers them and yes this person and most times we don't do the counting each state responsible for their own numbers and they publish their numbers them and the media puts them out and stuff like that. So this now something where it's very simple, Madam Kadi. Auntie Kadi, this is so simple. Pull the number them out. The disaggregated numbers.
yeah,
Like the RRF forms them. Make them accessible. Let we know if the IRF forms them where the parties then get, other parties then get, including the SLPP. Remember, before they make the announcement, we even posted on our VOS. The Secretary General of SLPP, he put out a press release, said that all win. Even put numbers and all that. And numbers them they go all out all over the place. So this not gonna be in the interest of the country. For like they pull the official numbers, then the breakdown of the numbers, then up till now, when you go on the websites, now the 2018 numbers they see. So for the sake of sailor, we move on. Because I strongly believe, say personally, if ECSL pull out the numbers, then these aggregated data then by polling station, like we get the time and also small knowledge about putting numbers then together, we can able look the math. And me can be one of the person if I convince and say, well, me I convince, I don't see any foul play now. Yeah. So that by itself don't give like credibility to the system because you put the numbers them out there and then say these are the numbers, una verify the numbers there against una IRF forms them, and if any questions una come back to we. But instead, why we for they argue like supporters they argue, oh na go police to the supporters themselves now in the interest of the country. And like I was said before, if we see a breakdown by next election, a party go know say, you know what, this particular area I need for put more effort for campaign day because the last time this number and not be this area not be do well. Then they self-helpful. And
Let me ask
that's
you one question.
yeah, go ahead, man.
Ask you one question. What if they not release the figures that maybe they're gonna release the figures, but maybe sometimes they release the figures well after they don't know, maybe like 2 years or something, you see. So what if that happened? What you
Well,
think to
that's wrong.
say?
That's wrong. It
Well,
will
you,
continue
we all,
to steer the
we all
tension.
know say it wrong, but I do not think these people are going to do anything. They don't swear them out. They just want it. You say, Mr. Kabu, wait a minute, Mr. Kabu, you know what I'm saying? This is just the order of the day, Nathaniel. That not make it right. You understand it? It not make it right at all because it's about time we start to do things correctly, properly. You get me? But if they not one, you understand? What are we going to do? The only thing we're going to make past them can infect because they're not able to tell and now say when I rerun this election. They're not going to do it. Okay, listen, let me tell you something. Assuming say mother wants let them you run this election. Mother in supporters they would say no. Fam no. You see, so let's just call a spade a spade. This is the reality, this is the fact. They're not going to succumb. They're not they
Yeah,
succumb. So waiting will happen. Now fact now we get for good. Fact. Now fact
but
now they can of the country.
Antikadi, mother need they do am for in supporters them. It's supposed for do am for the country.
No,
And
it's
for let
supposed
the
to run for the country.
yes, let the country there at peace. Let the country there at peace.
But
And
it not go do
also
one.
where we they now the good books of international community. You know, some people especially the supporters them. Oh, Salona sovereign country, international body not for
Which
come
be they are sovereign country.
yeah, but wait, Auntie Kadi, we not sovereign country, but at the same time, we not part of Boku treaties them.
Right, that's
So,
true.
so to some extent, we get obligations to the international community for uphold democratic principles. We get the obligation there because without democratic principles, and if father forbid it, Kuskaskana Salon, Liberia they are at risk, Guinea they are at risk. So now the international body now, then business because there is a tendency for spillover effect. And that make waiting happen in Guinea, then be very much concerned. For let the region not go back into that kind of situation there. As we don't they see. It happened at Guinea Bissau, Burkina Faso, it happened at Mali, and now it is spread. That military take over. So now this the international body no want. And most times military they jump in where the country not at peace. And look what happened in Senegal. So people then die before the president announcing they run again. Why we for reach to the level and they? So if possible say Mother be yourself go be the same. One for see how heavy the tension be before he do the right thing. And that's wrong. One life is a life too many. So let you know wait say anybody lost in life by this over this process. Why you not urge? You self not be candidate and you not the president. So we know one for the in good terms with the international body, the one that we even they feed we not able to feed ourselves. We so depend on aid. And yet too, they make big. I remember la just kind of digress a little bit. Now similar thing be happen the time where Leone Stars be the play for the World Cup qualifier. Ben Kelfala just cut out and say they investigate the president of FIFA at that time, Johansson. And FIFA said, no, this not soccer. Now we for investigate. Politics not forget any role per soccer, per football. Ben Kelfala, oh, it take to social media, Salona, sovereign states, na this, na that. Guess what? FIFA end up for suspend Salon. We missed the World Cup qualifier. In the end, they don't see anything. They say no offend anything. So, but the problem with Salon is if not them place here, then go force Ben Kelfala for resign. Where it calls for less Salon miss the possibility of going to the World Cup. Yes, but it don't face any consequence. Even where in activities then cause the entire country, it don't face any consequence. It just shrug it off. So now similar situation like this, if then continue and say, you know what, we don't care if then sanction we. Now the poor people then go suffer. Because then get some, no matter what, then get sideways and they able for feed themselves and pay themselves. But that average person, if sanction come on Salon, because now the only option that or the international community for isolate Salon, they're not go able for forcefully overturn the election. Or we don't see the last program, correct? They not get that mandate. Now the Supreme Court can able do that. So if APC not go to the Supreme Court and the international body, they're not therefore use any force other than for sanction Salon. But guess what? Not a matter mostly therefore suffer, not the average person. And then if APC then now say Paupa do not go agree with this, and then they sort of influence the instigate the supporters them, they're gonna teach. Then Madabio respond with heavy hands, with the security and weapon and stuff. Now people then go die. So why? Yeah.
Mr. Cabo,
Yes, ma'am.
I don't know. International organization, international world not the sanction we. Not so they can do normally, but
No, you don't know. Then do
Mr. Cabo, listen. No, I don't think Mr. Cabo, listen. I don't think so. I don't think to say they will put. First of all, they can very reluctant for them put sanction. They can give sanction, but they can very reluctant. You understand, eh? For past sanction because they know say when country they suffer, then certainly affect them back. They can very reluctant.
I want you an example. Then sanction you got
as Zimbabwe. We know they may give sanction as Zimbabwe people them.
Because Zimbabwe will say it gets like issue and stuff. Uganda.
That issue.
Yes. Yeah, Zimbabwe in a different case. It don't take away the effects with the Western world. But Uganda, it go the time Obama be there. He say it go a third term. And indeed it go a third term. Then sanction them. And people then suffer. And tonight did it. So again, the sanction, yes. Because if
I'm
you
not
don't
saying they know the sanction. I'm not saying they know the sanction. I don't know. I'm not saying no sanction, Mr. Kago. The very international world they talk about. If not, yeah, you get me. I still they lay emphasis on that side. You understand, eh? They been get way. Why would they want to come and sanction us when they know say grounds with them in get way? They be get way for go. For do am now wey if dem be don go there that 7 days dem go there dem no do am then dem can call international now dem go come but the international people themselves dem go see it as busybody you see because we will get with case no go you understand we will get with case no go you get me then dem go just calm on mind you the international one not to Europe no more and even inside Europe not to everybody dey work together with them you get me if Russia don comot China don comot you understand similarly you get other countries dem back wey go support them you get me just like you get the other countries that now we not go support we go there against APC against me you get the other name back we go support APC not everybody go support them you get me because we dey look and say Mr. Kabo we dey look and say me in your heart I not feel to say anything will happen pastor the only thing for happen pastor in war. Now, what more, but then people would not sanction us for the simple factor, for the simple me, I don't know where but for the simple fact that with constitution, then people are there. I don't know for the others, we they respect constitution, even though they
And,
not go get the people they not go get. No, even
uh,
though the people they not go get fair treatment. But then for me say, go that route say force. You get me? That route stay alone without interference. If we make the people and they for become bring all the people there so come on do. You get me?
but
Then set them get
Madam,
their own papers.
Madam
Then set them
Kadina,
get their own
yeah, but now two different things they look at though. The international body do not request for publication of the disaggregated data for APC. Not of that, oh.
yeah.
Not of APC then do am. Then do am for champion democratic principle, the
Let's go there,
transparency.
yeah.
So not for APC, oh, because you
I
they
know, I
take
know.
am say, yeah, you they take am say, oh, because APC no go, so they not go do much. No,
No, no.
when they talk about sanction, anyway, let we hold it there. We get a call. I don't know hold too long on the line, because we don't get much time.
And then you hope say
VOS,
no more we able to do. Yeah.
yeah, VOS network. Hello, caller. Waiting your name and who say they call from, please.
My name Combo, I call from Doc.
Hello,
Good
Mr.
evening.
Yeah, Mr. Como. Thank you so much for your call. And waiting a contribution tonight, please.
Yeah, my contribution tonight now. I anti-carry they call Russia as part of the international community and China, where then go come into for rescue Sierra Leone. But one thing we people are not fail for understand, China and Russia, let us show you one major road where they stay and then they fund them for constructing a salon. When are free, when are like free or any developmental project when are free say okay this now for improve the lives of the people. One major thing where then they do na salon. So likewise the African country they where they go and forge congratulations. Hey, this don't congratulate me. Let me tell you who's 5 million where they don't give say for develop any institution as alone. Without the West, Sierra Leone is nothing. And the West, yes, they're slow for response, but this can never go unanswered, just as you they say, the principle of democracy. They're not doing it because of APC, they're not doing it because of SLPP, they're not doing it because APC bribed them. Then they do it because they believe if this thing continue, this fake election, now waste of money. Anybody can just go say they call election, then waiting the vote and out, waiting the content and a different thing. So they know that. And Sierra Leone as a small country, for let we get them president and they, that's it. So for let us feel say Russia not even get embassy in Sierra Leone. So how much help or how much hand they extend to Sierra Leone? They not even get embassy. They're not even able to build embassy and operate, pay with staff, then pay Sierra Leoneans there. which China embassy, you compare US embassy and Chinese embassy, na Sierra Leone, you know almost hundreds of workers and inside US embassy when na Sierra Leone are there. Let's start the first before they consider then say they can't take in charge, then go can't take over. Okay, let me contribution that for now.
Oh, thank you very much, Brother Kombo and Auntie Kadi. We don't get much time again. You want to
Yes, first
respond
of
to that?
all, yes, I will respond.
Go
First
ahead,
of
please.
all, Kurumbo get for the listen to the conversations they first before you ask questions. Yeah? Not just a look because of your emotions or how you think, or if you think to say, oh, this woman, they talk this and that, so I'll come and ask. No. First of all, not only even mention Russia and China. And Mr. Kabo mentioned Russia and China. You get me? Not to me, say. And we are dealing, and I'm not even say that Russia and China, they can rescue Sierra Leone. I'm not even say that. You understand? I ask simple question to Mr. Kabo say. Then they talk, say big names and all congratulate my mother. Mr. Kabo, that's who you aware of any, I say, because I see on social media. That was when Mr. Kabo called. You get Russia, don't say it. China, don't say it. I wonder how you know you get all that. Then you can't talk, say me say Russia will come for can rescue. You see? We talk about sanction, then I talk say as much as other people then go give sanction, not all countries go want give sanction. Because people then give very reluctant for give sanction. I say that because sanction normally they know say the poor people then they suffer. You see, and in the end, then say it will affect themselves as well. So they can reluctant, except on last resort, then they go give sanction. You see, so not so everybody will support sanction. Now that I say, yeah, Kurumbu. Maybe in future, not just to try for can pick on what I say, try for listen. When you listen, then before you ask your question, you may have your own idea. You may have your own feelings, how you think. You understand? You see? But try to be a patriot. Try for be patriotic. You understand? The party where they support, now me self they support. You get me? But what you cannot do, you cannot force me to think like you. Just like when me say no, they force you for think like me. Let me just respect how each other they think. I respect how you they think. You respect how me they think. You see? That's I just want to say. I'm not mindful that you can at the program and pick on witty I say, but pick on witty I say rather than witty and not say. You see, I thought that if I been direct that question to Mr. Kago rather than me. You see, not to me for being referring to Mr. Kago. Now that's not what I want to say you.
Una they say na see back me go na the same hospital where the post where staba na the hospital they back the work make it go there back no more for treatment. This is and the same thing no more. APC go na the court back and the same thing will happen. Then we go come back we say Ami court na the court we get Ami court don't say na so una no get right to do this. Then I saw the case go left back. I never understand when they talk about peace, but the things that they uphold the peace we need to talk about them. The things that the justice not there. We all need to talk to because some certain people and they when something happen with him, if they tell and say, okay, now two, you get this right, he go forgive and say, okay, what's I not say I don't get justice. But they say no more peace. Then the fundamental things when are justice. The person they get they say let's move on. And the same thing happen. And then by road killing, no investigation, no commodity, we move on. Then see then they happen. August 10. Now they say move on. The president they talk nothing. Nobody they talk nothing. APC they raise issues that nobody know the media turn deaf ears against them. Nobody they listen. When something happen now, they say una affect now. But the two people we all the one person tell us saying that this they happen and APC serve them majority. Now 1.something million people vote for them. So that means say 1.something million people and they under them command. When they tell them say let's move, they move. These are all things the way anti-Cardinal. This will the type for the type of the pitch. For the time for the preaching, that more could get justice. Why can't enough for publish the polling station results here? Why? Antikadi, why you they say if you not pull until 2 years? If you not pull until 2 years, you said now one person who stood firm against them. They say he get right to for because the taxpayers' money. If the taxpayers people they demand for this, he get right to do them. It's not so free. They do them. Can't they do free work? Now pay they pay them. It owe obligation to the state and to the people we employer. Now employer. They say put if you don't call the result, everything no. Put the result, then make people and see, make people and verify. Make this time, may lay this thing to rest. You say if you're not doing until 2 years, may I tell you say if you they stand for democracy, if you want justice, you they stood firm for say we know the corner for produce the result, then if make you get peace, make you get the peace where they acknowledge you want. If now one parent and they will count peace, corner for do this thing. Not to waiting corner want. Now waiting the constitution say and waiting people that they demand the taxpayers that they demand. You don't conduct the election. Good. You don't call winner. Fine. Do this thing for we press the result. They make people watch and they verify. Like how many brother they say, make people they watch and they verify. The world will be if ABC they make so all go they say no, who say don't watch or don't verify. Una not get right for this. But if people don't do something on secrecy, nobody know. They know the account to nobody. Then she don't know more. They will say okay, more or less they may carry on. That's what one do salon. We have getting interest. We go for the go na salon. That's what one they play politics na salon. Where one person can do anything. You know if SLPP come on a power or you know what they go do tomorrow. Now that's any we want talk now. Where they don't begin they kill one people. Two, no they talk three. Then kill people in a party office. Nobody need to talk more than they kill people and gunshot. Then kill one boy. They not kill. Then say they kill other woman. Nobody need to talk. Everybody silence about that. They say they are not get life or we better pass them because within America or within any part of the world, now them business, now them gonna party. But if person gonna in party office, now like you gonna yours. You party supporter, you party office, now your house. So if anything now they happy, you get a platform there. Now these are the things they would expect for the talk anti-Kadi. Yeah, nobody you need to go fair work to nobody to matter be always it. But this time for the people and talk for the people them. NPC get 1.something million people them talk for people them. Then people you need for talking a voice for them people and they. Yeah. Not to corner when I want gain they all on to results. Then they suppose say if you not pull on 2 years. If you not pull on 2 years, me certain believe say you bring me for able to farm for me corner producer, not for wait on 2 years, not pull results.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll take one last call before we wrap up. Odolo Santikadi. Thank you. VS Network. Hello, caller. What's your name and who say they call from, please?
Anyway, me na Kurumbo is a call from New York.
Hello, Kurumbo.
I just come in 2 clarification. One,
okay.
Anti-Career no all are not side and the whole world. Now we can talk from there Anti-Career just join the program.
Well, with all just a moment, Kurumbo. With all fairness, do let me talk about China and Russia.
I understand, Mr. Kaiba, understand. I no worry. When the replay can, I go play a record and send it for you. Let you see who side a measure. He said, "Is there why I know? Okay, after when you don't talk and when you behind the ball, he says come in. He talk about that. He said, okay, the international community, if they are not coming now, Russia and China coming, it measure things like that. And at the first side, I knew I a reformer. You understand? Now it make me say come in. You see. So secondly, this first way, the first way, go na court. Charles Mada in case we file against Conde before the election. Now they don't go soon out of court. Waiting that get for to the courts don't give decision. That's why. Then, so if APC decide not for go na court, I think it must stigmatize it because anything they get for put some parliament to anything, nobody know the way they compete with them. Now when me and you argue, now you dey get interest over the argument. When me and you not argue, you dey get interest. Now we two not decide. Now I will just put number and bring them out. Thirdly, Antikadi for stop for Kana viewers as an APC representative. Let not just
No,
APC.
no.
Let come as a neutral, a VOS commentator.
Yeah,
but you go see every reference so say you are APC, mean APC. No, they come as a neutral VOS commentator. Even Kutubu says when they did it, they know they can't say me na APC, me na SF. No, they come as independent commentator.
Yeah.
They make reference to it.
Okay, I go pause the clock for you. I just want to clarify that unfortunately because of technical issue we don't lost him. I don't know if you go join me before the program end. Colombo Antikadi need come now as APC representative. However, the disclaimer where they make is say in a APC person because it gets the party card. So it make a disclaimer. Say it get membership now APC. So it not necessarily means say because it is say something where not jive with the party, then they cast them out as non-APC. It gets party card.
A lot of communities.
But yeah, so I just want to clarify that.
They get party card, but they be very literal, and when they comment, when they make comment, when they advocate, then they say me I be coming at APC like this, no, they know the reference. Most of there are no people that will be doing viewers we get party card of SLP or APC. But they not be the candidate at APC, SLP.
No, but I don't clarify that. You know they come as SLP as APC
so
person. You know they come here as APC person.
A VOS commentator. Let's over the disclaimer here on the platform or just the same in APC that you give comment position as APC. No. Other people let me feel say now because of APC position, I make it stand on that side. So let's go as a neutral commentator.
Yeah, but Colombo na in right back. Na in right, yes, na in right, it belong.
But VOS is diverse. Even the ones already na AYV. Some of them are party carriers, but they know they ever can say, oh, becoming at this party, no. Then they give their comments exactly how they want her. You need to justify to the party saying that because of this or that. No, they give them comment exactly how they want her. You hand over there as CNN, so man, register Democrat, Republican, they give them, they can't say, oh, me a Democrat, at this position stand. No.
With all fairness, they can even say, now CNN, for example, they can say this person now a former secretary or press secretary to the president, like the George Bush, this and that. So then he even say, anyway,
they can't stand on that. Now we talk. Let it come and comment and make a position, a comment clear. But let not stand. Oh, any justification. I mean, a party member. I mean, this. No. Let it come as an independent person for television.
Okay, let we agree for disagree. To me, what I can always say, people in need for put salon force. We always they agree, bring people them regardless of their political affiliation. Like how we give you chance, so you call, and then if you disagree with whatever they say, that's fine. That's not part of democracy. We they practice what they preach. So, but for say enough for do that disclaimer day, no, not right. Not right for make a disclaimer. Say, you know what? Me not a party member, but I not agree with the party position. That's not fair assessment. Not fair assessment.
So meaning you can't and now viewers as an independent person. You come in a party position.
No. You they miss the point. You they miss the point.
All time.
No.
Want to talk with the three in a party list. No, let come as an independent. But as I tell you with Akago, but people alone in a VOS, we mean no. When a party career, but when they want VOS, when they want a program, They know they are not thinking that they want that way. No.
All right. Well, yeah. Let me just agree for disagree. Because to me, I think say, just like how I
They
go
get a
say, me na
program, they
Sierra
get a
Leonean.
position, and get out and they lay the topic and they get out and they left and give it public.
Mr. Kabo,
All
make
right.
us come in, yeah?
Well,
Mr.
well,
Kabo, let's
yeah,
come in.
yeah.
Let's come
It
in,
don't
Mr.
go.
Kabo.
Yeah. You can come in. You can come in.
Let's come
It
in,
don't
Mr.
go.
Kabo. I
Yeah. Go
want to
ahead.
make Korombo know say, if you don't go off safe, make it a lesson. My opinions are my opinions. How I think, and so I think. I am not a follower. You understand? I do things according to my conviction. Waiting, I believe in I do. Not to waiting Korombo or any other person wants me to do. And if I am here, you understand? I am here to give my own points. I give me points, you understand? I am not here as a paid up member. None of us are paid here. You see, we just come in here for the love of our country. You understand? Including you, Mr. Kabu. None of us. We are here for the love of our country. So nobody, they can't tell me, say, I can't talk, our man talk. Whether I can I also as VOS. If I can I as VOS, you understand? Then it means say whatever they say, I get for consider say no to VOS the opinion. You understand? But that not stop me from making give me your opinion. I can give me your opinion. Then if that's not the case, then I shouldn't be here. You understand? You see, because what Korombo is trying to do is Korombo, make I tell you something. I get waiting me think. Nobody, you understand? The Mother Bio, you understand? The Anes Koroma, the Samoa Kamara, and all the other big names and the Antana, they all, you understand? They all know the capabilities. They all know say when me they talk and not they look face. Now waiting me believe in I at the talk. You understand? If that is too much for you, then maybe now you go get for do whatever I want to do, but I am still here na VOS. You understand? And then I also because you want to suppress me, and I would not allow you to suppress me. It's not going to work. It will not work. You understand? Because I get me your independence mind, I get our see. And now they go say because I did APC. So I get for the support APC for every nonsense. No. You understand? You see, I'm not going to support APC for everything. At the same time, I'm not going to support SLPP for every nonsense. You get me? And they do things same where I feel to say, I for say. Genuinely, you understand? I'm very, very objective. I'm not biased in any way. I call things by their names. Now, so at the same, get me? So basically, that's it. Mr. Mr.
Anyway,
Kabu, we just get for
yes.
make and clear. We just get for make and clear na yasu. Ade na yasu, you understand it. And let Kurobo get for understand say where ade na ya, ade make me point. If I feel for make am as an individual, if I feel for make am, I say ade make me point. You cannot stop me. If it's not right for you, there may be something that you know man no go use VOS so because so many other people go use them. But you know go stop me because one man's
No,
meat is another
no,
man's poison. Wait till
yeah,
you know why
and
other people then go why no,
yeah,
wait, you know what? Wait, other people then go on for your area. You see, so
yeah.
just like
I
waiting
just
me say
want.
they talk, not to everybody go on your waiting at the say. Not to everybody go on your waiting at the say. Similarly, not to everybody go on your waiting Korombo say. But what then we get for understand say everybody in opinion matters. You get me? For listening to everybody opinion, we respect people their opinion, whether we agree with them or not. We just respect their opinion. But wait till no go one say I don't expect Kurubu for can't talk like waiting me once and for talk. No, 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 no. And if I don't ask you for that Kurubu, don't expect that from me. You understand? I'm not expect you for can't say so they like talk with you. I want you for talk night talk. No, I'm not they do that. I'm not expect that. I'd expect you for say what you want to say, what you believe in, how you they say. You understand? But when it comes to a point now that say you one can pick on something, you understand? Then I'm not a soft target, Kurumbo. You know that. You know me. You know tell me not to soft target. You know that. You see, and that will not keep me quiet. That will not keep me quiet. I remain I didn't have VOS and I remain and I dey appear all the time. You will not stop
Okay,
me. You know, if
okay.
anything,
See,
you dey even make
anti,
you dey even make now. No, if anything, Kurumbo, you dey make her even determine now. You understand? Eh? For
yeah, I know until it be about you and Colombo. This
no,
platform
but
not there
it's
for
just
that.
that. It came last
No,
week. It came
no,
last week. That no,
make
no, it came again this week.
yeah, la make and
Kurumbo not
no,
be
la
there
make
Kurumbo
no,
not be there
la
for
make
a very long time, but to get peace na VOS. For a long time,
no,
Kurumbo no they come. But you
no,
just can't no more now, you can't begin. Hmm?
anti la make something clear. Colombo na Sierra Leonean, you na Sierra Leonean, me na Sierra Leonean, and most people who they watch na Sierra Leonean. And we deliberately they talk Creole na this platform because VOS we established for Sierra Leoneans them for let we discuss issues. So for say if where the person up with the place peace no na Sierra Leonean. So tell them way just like how I they tell them clearly, you get right for belong. So if the party feels say you know they go according to waiting they want or whatever it is, that's not between you party. Now yeah, people them don't come. Now VOS where they get different affiliation are always can make and clear to them. As long as you know use VOS for propagate propaganda. Because VOS we interest now for push the country go before. I know clearly, but could people don't accuse me and stuff, but they not go ever tell me say the thing and way I they talk about, not they in the interest of Sierra Leone. They're not going to accuse me. So as long as what you they say, now in the interest of the country, it can be against a particular party, it can be in favor of a particular party, as long as now in the interest of the totality of Sierra Leone, VOS now you platform. So I want to make it clear as the founder of VOS. VOS, we need a dear person. We not ever dare post in a VOS. We just they remind if somebody for whatever reason they want to do something where not they in line with waiting VOS believing, we can talk to that person. Let it change in rhetoric or something. But we need ever they have somebody. Every Sierra Leonean welcome. Colombo, even Yusuf. If you want for get a slot for the present program, just call we go look at the availability and we go give a slot na VOS for present your program. I remember one time where the time where BBC where they present, somebody talk say I they digress a little bit. Anytime when me come, I they oppose SLPP. So now I tell them say, well, if you perception of that, tell we your availability. We go give slot, where that slots they will go call them in a way that as long as you allow people and for the call now you show. We go call them say SLPP hour or something where now just good things they know about SLPP. I tell them say I go make an open invitation and take me to me take me by my words and send all your credentials, all the team name, and let we know whose time now you time slot. We go give you a slot na VOS. Guess what? They make excuse. Oh, are busy, this or that. So you see them people in there, and you don't say me. They say all negative thing. I give you the opportunity for let you come on the platform and say all so-called positive about the current administration. They now you call and they make excuses. So this for sure no more say how open we be. Again, I dey make am repeatedly clear as the founder of VOS. Yes, APC folks, them, SLBB folks, them, our brothers and sisters. But then party names then they're not good for the country. And they make am repeatedly. And this not to any personal thing against the supporters, but because of that party name day, some people and they even feel say they're loyal to that name they pass the country. And that's are they against. And that's not something we're very sad. So as a result of that, if I get me magic one, I go gladly for just wave them, let them names then they die off. The people that way belong today, they can join another party or form another party, but that name, APC, SLPP, people then they even take them two names then they modern saloon. Sadly enough. So, Madam Kadi, we don't go slightly over time, but please give your last word. And also we talk about Abass Bundu in re-election, and we talk about the 2018 versus now and which we can learn from it and how we go forward. Give a solution as to how we go forward, please, because the country We want let our country they better. We want let our country they go before. Please, Auntie Kadi, over to you with your last word, please. Thank you.
Oh, yeah, maybe Mr. Cabo, the country, our amigo suggested the country will go forward. That peace number we want to see. If we want peace, and some people they say they want justice, you get me, you see. Fair enough, you see, but we just want peace. Because with me, big time now, Nadio, it's a very, very concerned. Even though Adina Abroba are very concerned about let them take over another country they with innocent people then, family, friends, and other people they will not family to say, then go die for nothing. They will within at the diaspora, nothing all they doing. You see, but they with the engineer for left effects for run at the country. It not make sense at all. Maybe the diaspora and people then now we get for take them, how would they incise things then? You see, when I talk about diaspora, are not just main APC. It can be APC except so long as you live in the diaspora. You understand? No, you not get for belong to any particular party. If you then at the diaspora, let me take them. Because we were then at the diaspora, now we they incite so many things that they happen as alone. The one that way they salon, they not see war, they not taste them, they don't see with italic and everything. They don't want to go through that again. Some of we be there now, they not see them. You understand? Some if they see and safe, not also the magnitude with other people they see them. You see? So all me they say is we were then at the diaspora, let we take them. The one that way they salon, let we allow them, let them handle their affairs. Let we let for they say where they go first, where they go first, where they go first. They no one for faith. If we're not able to help the Sierra Leone in any way for let peace they so be it. But the peace not to for care what will go first say. Because how many they look at Mr. Cargo. You see, if they go take one goodie, the other people, the Lord say if the people that go say for go overthrow Mother Berity, they will fight back. They will fight back. So now peace nobody. Now faith nobody. You see? They will fight back because everybody is determined. You get me? So make them left farm. Me waiting me, they say make them left this thing. So there's an election 5 years go done just now. 5 years they done just now. You get me? When the 5 years done, beyond in 10 years, it will just therefore go. You get me? Then we find ways and a half to begin work together. Because otherwise, except we APC go there back na the wilderness for another long, long time. Because if na this route somewhere we they go this route for go confusion, set confusion or all that time day, we go there the wilderness for a long time. You see, and it's not going to help everyone at all. So dear me, they talk to the people that win at the diaspora then, you see, make them left for insight. Anything as alone. Dear, we lucky for dinner, we get everything I so we're not scratch for nothing. You see, then remember that, but at the same time, we get with young poor people they hand back as well. Now that's some of me they say, and the current government as well, una safe to una safe, una work and see how una can come together and see how the country go stable. Because it's the duty on a duty now for make stability then at the country because now that they in power, not to the opposition then. You see, so una say go get for try and see how una can work things enough for let the country go there at peace. Now that's some of me want say, and I will tell everybody say good night. Thank una for una can listen to me, and I tell una thank you for una spend una time as well for being part of the show tonight. You see, but I will therefore say goodbye now to una. Thank you, Mr. Kabu, as well.
Thank you very much, Auntie Kadi, and let God bless you, and let God continue for give you the strength for help with country in one little way. So me now just quick one I get, and that I completely understand we some people when they say election not done, let we move on. I disagree somehow because if we say election not done, let we move on. So what if tomorrow, and this not a possibility, 5 years down the road, President Bill don't get 60% of the cabinet, I mean the parliament. When you include the chiefs then, and it just need no more small number of APC folks them for let get a 2/3 majority. What if President Bill all of a sudden, because Prince Hardy don't begin echo that. If he decide for go third term, if he decide for go fourth term, fifth term, and begin they continue for bulldoze the constitution like that. So we want wait down that road there? Because to me, the way why they assess President Bill is a test. Not to disrespect for him, but like how Pekin can they test in the way they get away with. They get away with the speakership just like how we say. Then bulldoze them way unconstitutionally appoint the speaker. And the speaker appointment then twist back and find way for manipulate unconstitutionally, get the majority in a parliament, where the people are not getting that mandate there. And then they be the start of salon problems. So if we not correct them now, let himself realize, say, you know what? No, you not go get away with this time. I bet you it go be emboldened. And we go probably pay for that dearly. And me now one person where former President Kuruma be there, they be so they engaged. Because people them like Alpha can be the advisor. Oh, pa, you can go for third term. People elect you and stuff. I be really the engaged. Waiting down there go mean for the country. And I so thank you. I always they tell people and say now one legacy that where I go say Ernest Kuruma left. Of course, Tijan Kaba pass him after 2 terms, he hand over peacefully. Kuruma after 2 terms, he hand over peacefully. But President Bio in character, the thing they way don't display so far, I'm not too sure if he go hand over peacefully after 2 terms, successful 2 terms. Because again, Prince Adi don't begin hint him. And we all know saying the chairman of the party. So I get concerned. And to me, I feel say we need for address this issue. But waiting are the big thing. It not take much for release them the numbers, they. You release the numbers them. We calculate the numbers them. The foreign observers then calculate the numbers them. If they're all the numbers then consistent, guess what? Like how that caller say, now we go begin the forum by APC say they not get any ground. That's not very simple and peaceful solution to the issue. But instead, the supporters then go big cause, go police, go. Why we need for go police? Not to something where every Sierra Leonean entitled to go. Now we right. And for the sake of peace now the country. Let we not say, you know what, like waiting the Alpha can where I not get any iota of respect for. I get respect for him as Sierra Leonean, but as somebody where really want push that country they go before, I don't get no respect for him. They say, oh, go beg Samura Kamara. This not about Samura Kamara. This not about APC. I want people to realize this. Where are they insist on them point here? People then say, oh, now APC. No, it's not about APC. But Samura Kamara get that kind of money there. Waiting you feel say, it give the international community, wherefore make the international community insist on releasing and disaggregated data then now for we own benefit, for salon benefit. Like the example where I give about Ben Kelfala with that FIFA thing. Not just salon people, footballer, they suffer for that. Where sometimes if we be fortunate for go World Cup, we forget Boku of them, but then they weigh them big club them for don't see and buy. But for one person, you say, oh, Salon a sovereign state, and you kind of deprive Salon for go World Cup, and then you don't get no consequence. So now the same thing for do for Kone. Look the numbers then where are display blatantly. A day now the Elections Act, the Public Elections Act, the formula, but it come up with a different formula. But then they too much they'll follow we accept. It's too much for we accept. If we don't accept that from President Kuruma, former President Kuruma, now if we can accept them from President Bill, then go just they set bad precedents. So whoever get for Camp Day, it will even do worse. Because clearly they show say Bill don't do worse than Ernest Kuruma. Ebo, then they go be something good for the country? Absolutely not. So me want for like we all as Sierra Leoneans. This not get nothing like one of my brothers say, Mr. Kagwa ask a question. The question is say the US ambassador during the July 4th celebration, he asked for Selele toast with the government and stuff. Hey, my brother. You see, now this shallow way would they look at things. I don't make an eye clearly. The international body, the issue not with President Bill. The issue now with the ECSL. Now the ECSL, they ask for let a release, not to President Bill conduct the tallying. President Bill now be just candidate. To me, the responsibility where they all against him is as a president and as former candidate. Now I don't win. This not in the interest of the country from before even the election. President Biafra don't speak up and tell Cornele do the right thing. From where APC they complain, not to just APC. Charles Magai said become now VOS. He complain. And other parties then complain the same thing. Look, even that woman, Unity Party, with how they treat them. So for President Bill instead, because a day in your favor, you feel say for care. No, that's not a patriotism at all. So again, my brothers and sisters, them as supporters, let we put the country first, yeah. The international body, not to anything directly against President Bill, and I don't remember any of them don't release any statement for call President Bill say he illegitimate. I don't remember say them do that. So una no assume say the international body una they try for crave that recognition and stuff. This is not about Bill. It's about the country. It's about how we the champion democracy. Now that's the international community. They encourage we for do. Follow we push democracy go before me fumble them. So again, until Saturday, by God's grace, we'll come back with another fine topic. Me, on behalf of the Salon Issues Show, and on behalf of VOS, me, na Abdul Karim Kagbo, they tell Auntie Kadi, boku thank you. And we know say you they do so much for the country in your little way. You then are UK, it don't late. But guess what? You still then are. They try for give your own knowledge, your own experience, your own take on waiting they go on our country. So I'm for say tell boku thank you. And please tell your family thank you for we they share the precious time we for share with them, we they share with we and the country as a whole. Thank you so much for that. And me fambul them to now all where they watch we. I want to say boku thank you. And as Sierra Leoneans, we all deserve better country. We all deserve better Sierra Leone. So I want to say boku thank you. Let God bless una with una family. And let God bless the politicians them in a way that let it direct them na the right path. Let we not swear them. Now then they currently rule we country. If then get clouded judgment, the country they suffer. So Lord pray for them. And let we pray in a way that then go change, then go put Salon first. Like waiting me see today, where I see the display of democracy, I see the election of the speaker then go according to the constitution. Now that kind of thing I want for let we continue for see. But ECSL then get responsibility, obligation to Sierra Leoneans them for release their numbers then they if President Bill and the parliament they win genuinely, let we gladly for them and then tell APC say let them move on because they not get case. And the court of public opinion is equally important. So until then, again, I want to tell una boku thank you, and above all, let God bless Mama Salon, and we go sooner again. Auntie Kadi, they are tell people then finally, tata.
Tata. Bye.
All right. Again, una thank you, and let God bless una all. Let God bless Mama Salon. Until Saturday, by God's grace, una tata.